What's up, guys? It's B Wade. I have 5 MLB picks that I am excited to walk through with y'all for Tuesday's slate. I'll show you that research and analysis and hopefully give you guys enough data so that you can make an informed decision as to whether you want to tail or leave them alone. Looking at today's picks, Monday, I always want to do a recap with you guys and be as transparent as possible. We went 2-2 on the free picks. Now, what's really weird is you'll see on the screen, Stowers ended up voiding on that slip because he didn't start the game, but he came in and pinch hit and hit a 3-run bomb. But the entry was still voided. Now, we did still get to cash that ticket, even though it was only a one-man. That is something that Chalkboard does exclusively, which is pretty cool. Even if one guy gets voided and there's only one guy left on the entry, it's still live, so you can still cash it. So we still cashed that one with Stott. Now the other three-man, we only hit one guy. Nola went over for strikeouts, but then we missed the other two. So 2-2 day on free picks. Overall, pretty average. We did hit this slip with Quan and Tatis Jr. in VIP. Those guys are both pretty much automatic. And then on game picks in VIP, we went 4-1. Really solid day in VIP for game picks. Now, there's always going to be two ways you guys can get into VIP if you want to try it out. You can either sign up with any of the apps I tell you about in this video, or any of the apps that are in the Stand Store link that I have down below. You go in there, you'll see all my sign up codes and all the promos that I have for you. You sign up with any of those using my code, take a screenshot and send it to me on Instagram. I will hit you up with a free week of VIP. The other option is you can just use code MLB. It'll get you 80% off. You'll pay less than $10 for a week of picks. Both great options. I'm giving away a signed Paolo Banchero jersey this month. We do a giveaway every month, and all you have to do to be entered is subscribe to this channel, like this video, and then drop a comment. Do those three things and you'll be entered. I do a random giveaway at the end of the month. We've already done a Ray Lewis autograph jersey, Jamar Chase, and 3 signed SGA jerseys. We will have some baseball autographs coming into the summer, but since it's still basketball, that's what I'm focusing on. Enough about that. Let's get into these picks. Now I'm starting out with Paul Goldschmidt to hit a single. He's hit a single in 65% of games this year, and you guys will see we're getting this at even money. So it's a standard payout. He's hitting it in 65% of games. He's hit it in 6 straight now. 8 out of the last 9 games he's hit a single. He's batting .372 on the year. He's a little bit lower against righties, .302, but still a solid batting average. And look, he's locked in right now. He is feeling good in this Yankees lineup. I love him to keep this streak going, and getting him to do something that he's doing at a really consistent rate, getting it at even money is a bargain. So I locked that in. Also taking Christopher Sanchez over 5.5 strikeouts. So look, he's gone pretty substantially over in 3 of his 4 starts this year. He had 1 start against St. Louis where he only had 3 Ks. And it actually wasn't even one of his bad starts. He got beat up by the Dodgers here in his 2nd start of the year. But I mean, you look at it, he's averaging almost 8 strikeouts a game. Now, the one piece to this is he's going up against the Mets, and the Mets do not strike out much. They strike out just about 8 times per game for 9 innings, so that is the counterpoint. But Christopher Sanchez has continued to get better as the year's gone on. We're still at the beginning, but he just had 12 strikeouts against San Francisco. I really expect him to be, especially with Nola. Even though Nola just had a decent start tonight, Nola's definitely fallen off a little bit. I think Sanchez is moving up into that 2 spot as far as the Phillies rotation, and I like Sanchez to get 6 strikeouts in this matchup. And then we're going to Tanner Bibee. I'm going under 5.5 strikeouts on him. Look, we look at 2025. He hasn't hit this yet this year. He's going up against the Yankees lineup that there's 2 pieces to it, right? The Yankees do strike out a lot. They are one of the higher strikeout rate teams in Major League Baseball, but they also put up a lot of runs. And so the question is, how long can Bibee stay in the game? Can he stay in long enough to hit 6 strikeouts, which I guess is always the question. But with the Yankees, it's even more so because they strike out at such a high rate, but they also score so many runs. And Bibee hasn't hit this number yet. So the fact that over the last 10 games, he only hit it twice. He hasn't hit it yet in 2025. and he's going up against the Yankees team that ended the game today putting up some runs. They were getting blown out early. I think it was 6-0. They scored 4 runs to make it a little sweaty, but I expect them to come into this game and probably put up some early runs on Bibby. I don't see him getting to 6 strikeouts, so I'm fading that number. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting just over 5.2x on this app for this one, and this is one of my favorite apps. They get their lines up really early. They have tons of different props you can pick from, and then they've also added game markets. So now you can take over-unders on games. You can take money lines, spreads, all of that stuff, and add it into your entries. And then they have a great sign-up bonus where when you use code BWP, they are going to double that first deposit up to $100, guys. And please make sure that you use code BWP. I know my code is BWADE on everything else, but on Chalkboard, it's BWP. So when you use that code and sign up, take a screenshot, send it to me on Instagram, and I'll hook you up with the free week of VIP. Even if you only throw $5 or $10 on just to try it out and get that few extra dollars from them, it's a win-win, right? You get that from them, and then I hook you up with the free picks. So check it out. Also, signed Paolo Banchero jersey. Make sure to like, subscribe, and drop the comment so you can be entered to win that. Let's get into these next 2 picks. So I'm taking Steven Kwan to hit a single. This dude is a machine. He's hit a single in 73% of his games so far this year. There's only been 6 games where he hasn't hit a single. And the Yankees have Will Warren on the mound starting, young kid. Last game he got pulled in the 2nd inning, so I guess on his side he's going to be a little fresher coming into this one, but he is young, he's shaky. He just got beat up in his last start, and I think Kwan can probably get to him early. We just need a single out of him. Against righties, Kwan is batting .340 this year. He's batting .325 in general, so not a lot better against righties, just slightly better, which we always want to see. But look, we're getting this almost at even money. I know it says -165 here, but the app that we put this in on always has great lines. I always check them out for singles picks, and they usually have better priced props than we see on here or we see on other apps. And so I locked in Steven Kwan to hit a single, and then Keibert Ruiz also to hit a single. So this is a singles slip. Ruiz is probably the best hitter in this lineup for the Nationals, and he's hit a single in 14 out of 19 games this year. Only been 5 games where he hasn't hit a single. The Baltimore has Dean Kramer on the mound, who his ERA is over 6.4. His whip is almost at 1.5. His strikeouts per 9 is under 6. I mean, all of his key metrics are pretty bad. So the fact that Keibert Ruiz is coming in here, he also, let's look, he bats .306 against righties, .306 in general, so he is literally the exact same whether it's righties or lefties on the mound, which is cool with me. But he's hitting this pretty consistently, and the fact that we're getting this at even money when he's hitting it 74% of the time, great value. I love it. I'm locking it in. You'll see that slip on the screen here. We're getting just about 3x for this on this app, and look, first off, it's a great payout considering Steven Kwan was priced at -165 on Outlier, so that's what he is on a lot of other apps. And then this app gives us great payouts, especially for 2-man entries. They put their lines up early so we can get the most value before lines start to move. Then they give us 5 to 7 different promos every day, whether it's discounted picks, whether it's profit boosts, protected picks. And then when you sign up using code BWADE, they are going to double that first deposit. All of these different sign-up bonuses, the promos they give you, these are easy ways to get an edge against the app. They have an inherent edge in the way that they price things, so that's how they make their money. But the way that we get that money back, first of all, is by doing research and analysis and making good picks, but also taking advantage of all the sign-up bonuses, taking advantage of all the promos they're going to give us. Those are ways that we get an edge, and over time they add up, and that's how we stay profitable. So check this one out. Again, use code BWADE, or you can check out my Stan store. The link is down below in the description, and there's codes and links for all of the different sign-up bonuses that I talk about. When you do sign up, take a screenshot, send it over to me on Instagram. I'll hook you up with the free week of VIP, and you can always just use code MLB for 80% off as well. But I think signing up for an app is probably cheaper and easier, and it's a win-win for everybody. So appreciate you guys watching this video. I am excited for these games and these picks to go off. Let's start the week out making some money, guys. I appreciate you. Let's get it.